Hello everybody! So today I want to take a look at my favorite Mechanist build. One of my most popular videos on my channel was a really shitty engineer build I put together within like the first few months of when I started playing the game like 2 years ago. I put together this engineer build and it was okay. It wasn't like a damage build. I had a lot of dislikes on that video. I think it's because of the fact that it wasn't like a damage build per se. It was kind of like a open world build, and that's back when I really sucked at this game. Nowadays, I pretty much always he fucking died. I pretty much always run full berserker's gear and stuff like that because I'm good enough at the game to be able to, survive a lot of the time. So. Yeah, and I also want to mention, at this point, I feel that I basically completely moved to Mechanist. I just find it more fun than Untamed at this point. Untamed is really underperforming right now, and Mechanist is an AI-reliant spec, which is exactly what I wanted from the new Ranger spec, which we didn't really end up getting. I do really enjoy Untamed still. I don't, like, hate it, but I just find myself performing better with the Mechanist, and actually having a little more fun with the Mechanist, too, because it's a lot more simple. So yeah, I don't know why the fuck it's playing action music right now. I mean, this is already done, so it's not like we're close to that or anything. But anyway, yeah, so I just want to do a build. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I really, really enjoy doing these kind of build videos, and especially for shit that I actually really enjoy playing. So, yeah, so let's get into the gear first. You can actually already see that. Berserker's gear. Actually, you know what? Scholar runes are probably going to be the way to go if you really want to maximize your damage output. I just like Ogre runes. I was playing with it on my Untamed. That's why I still have it on here, because I'm using the same gear for my Ranger as I am right here. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to do this over Scholar, but I really like the idea of having multiple pets, like, because of the fact that Strength of the Pack is really useless, like, when you have so many targets with you, right, or so many friendlies giving you might. I actually was running Hounds of Balthazar, the Ogre runes, and then having a pet with me. So it's basically like this huge pet build that I was doing. But that's why I have Ogre runes on. Ogre runes aren't bad, but you're definitely gonna want to go with Scholar. Just saying, they're so fucking expensive though. I'm not gonna buy them right now. They're so fucking expensive. I have a Berserker's Mace. This is all Berserker's gear, by the way, with a shield. We just have Strength and Force on here. It's gonna be better to use Impact over Strength than like 10-man content, or even some coordinated 5-man content if you have a good group going. And yeah, this is like most of the time we're gonna be on these two. These are like good damaging shit. We have some CC here on our shield, as well as a really, nice block duration here. So in case of any attacks are coming in, that's a really nice thing to do. And these abilities are really, really awesome. Luckily the new weapon's actually really good for power builds. I was hoping it would be, but yeah, it's nice to have that for sure. So yeah, that's what we're running there. And then I have a rifle for force and strength. Now, I rarely ever go to the rifle. Of course, I can't in mid-combat because Ingenuity, you can't swap weapons in combat. But that's not really that big of a deal. In fact, it actually makes this a lot more fucking simple for me. The rifle I'll use on like world bosses, and that's pretty much it. Like world bosses where I'm forced to be ranged. Pretty much like Golem Mark II is one of them that I like being ranged. What is it? Shit, there's really not much of them, honestly. The Shatterer is one of them. Anyway, there's other ones too. We don't have to go over that though. And then, just Berserker shit here, as well as I don't have an Ascended backpack, so I had to go with that. So yeah, that's that. Moving into the specializations here. So explosives, firearms, and scrapper. Oh wait, no, that's Mechanist. Yeah, so this one, it can be kind of a variable slot right here. Go with glass cannon if you're getting a lot of like fury and stuff. I just like this because not only am I going to be getting a lot of fury, my pet will be getting a lot, or my mech rather, will be getting a lot of fury because of the fact that this trait, he inherits the on-hit bonuses from the explosions specialization line. So he gets this trait, he gets this trait. I'm not actually... No, he gets this trait too, yeah. So I'm not sure if he really gets all of these traits. I'm not really entirely sure. I mean, I don't think he gets this one, does he? I mean, I think that's an on-hit one. I don't really know. He basically gets this entire, like, trait line, though, to actually be on himself, which is fucking sick, by the way. So Explosive Temper is going to be the way to go here. Explosions grants stacking ferocity when they're hit. This is going to be great for the pet because he's going to be having a 33% chance on his attacks to do explosions, which is awesome. So he's going to be getting a lot of fucking ferocity, and then, you know, more damage for vulnerability on your target. I don't actually really need to go over all these. I'm just going to go over the ones that are like variable. So I just have this one here. If you're running a flamethrower for some reason, you can go with this, I guess. And then for this one, if you're in like a 10-man group and you don't really, you know, need this because of the fact that, you know, Fury and blah, 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 blah. But it does give you more ferocity, which is kind of nice. But pinpoint distribution could be a good one too if you have a lot of condition dealers on your team. Just giving your, you know, your friends more condition damage could be a nice one too. But if you just want to keep it safe, I guess no scope would be good. I just realized what the hell that's called. It's called fucking no scope. High caliber is really good too. Yeah, fuck that. So for the mech skills here, I have this one right here. So we have high impact drivers. I actually really enjoy this one right here because I find that the mech does more damage on its melee attacks than it does on its range attacks, and by a pretty significant margin. So I like having this one because, you know, obviously if you run this one here, Spark Revolver, or Jade Cannons rather, it becomes ranged and it just does less damage because of the fact that it's ranged. So yeah, I just really enjoy this one here though. Mainly because it also provides might too, and you know, which is really cool. It provides a lot of might, which could be very useful. And also to you and your allies too, and to your mech too. So your mech's going to be doing more damage with this. Which, if you can't tell, this is very reliant on the mech, which is exactly what I wanted. So we're running this one here. I don't really know exactly what they call this. Core reactor shot or variable mass distributor? I guess it's variable mass. I didn't really know. There's two tooltips there. So I like this one because of the fact that, you know, just more damage for your mech. It inherits 100% of your precision and ferocity. This one actually could be really nice too if you're running like a boon build. So or the Mechanist is really good for like alacrity builds. So this is going to be very useful here. So it'll, you know, get concentration and healing power stats, which I'm pretty sure doesn't healing power affect how much barrier you do. Otherwise, why the hell would they even have healing power here? Because it doesn't literally do anything else. I actually never even knew that before. And obviously concentration, I think is stats, right? I always get, yeah, okay, the boon duration. I always get that confused with fucking expertise for some reason. I don't really know why. So yeah, really enjoy this one here. Yeah, well, this one, obviously this one's really good too. I never really go with these two because these are heavily condition based. So I actually really like the Jade Mortar. It does, you know, has a really long range to it, 1500 range. It does a lot of damage, and is really solid. But the main reason I'm taking this one right here is because of the fact that the mech will inherit the explosion, you know, specialization line, which basically just means more damage for your mech, which is very solid. However, Sky Circus is a great one to go to. Sky Circus is a really awesome AoE ability, and it also, this is really cool, it improves your passive effects on your signets, and it will continue to grant their passive bonuses while recharging. So there is a lot of situational uses for your signets here, which I am running. This is the only build I've ever done this on, by the way, running all signets. I usually only run like one or two, like two max. I don't like running all signets usually. But the signets on the Mechanist are really fucking good. So not only, you know, is your heal effect going to be enhanced here, but you also will heal while this is off cooldown. We have a knockback here. We have a shadow step here. This is actually a very important utility skill here, or signet rather, because of the fact that the boons that you gain are copied to your mech. This is fucking awesome, and the fact that this can continue to go on after you use this as a stun break with that trait is really cool. Barrier Signet, which is really cool too, just, you know, projectile blocking dome. This could be really useful in a lot of situations. Like I find this, like Claw Jormag is really good. You get your mech near to you when you're fighting the ice wall, and then you do that, because I'm pretty sure those count as projectiles, right? Because I've done it with Untamed with the projectile reflect on it. Yeah, and then Jade Buster Cannon. I will use this on single targets and stuff like that. It's just really badass. I'm not really entirely sure if it'll be worth taking over like the Mortar Kit or or you know, anything like that. But I don't know, it looks fucking sick. I mean, just look at this shit. Like that's fucking badass. It shoots like a big ass laser, man. That's cool as hell. But yeah, uh, I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I'm running this all signets is because I hate kits. I hate all the kits. All the kits can go die in a fire, man. I hate all of these fucking things. I know lots of people are gonna be like, well, it's better to run with, you know, kit. I'm not even entirely sure. Maybe the bomb kit or grenade kit. Where the fuck are those at? Oh, here they are. Grenade kit, and then there should be the bomb kit right here. Yeah. I just hate kits, personally. I just want to play with my regular weapon. I don't give a shit if I do less damage. I hate the way kits feel. It makes everything way more complicated for me. I just like this really basic setup I have going. And I actually do a lot of damage with this setup, too, which is really, really awesome. Is there anything else I really need to go over here before we get into, like, the combat and stuff? I don't really think there is there? Anyway. So let's go ahead and actually get into shit now. So basically, it's a really, really simple rotation to it, right? So just use these two skills. Just be careful for Rocket Fist prototype. So it doesn't actually say this in the tooltip for some reason. But whenever you use it, your mech will use it too. So this could actually interrupt the Jade Buster Cannon or any sort of like casting animation he's doing. It could actually interrupt that and make it completely fucking useless. So you're really going to have to watch it, specifically on the Jade Buster Cannon, because it'll interrupt that and it'll completely go to waste. So if you're using the Jade Buster Cannon, just don't even press this at all for that duration that it ends up using it for. And it's pretty easy to see whatever your mech is doing. Just wait like a few seconds and then you'll be good. These two are great for CC here. You know, you got a knockback and you got a daze here. I use this quite a bit because it's a nice block and you don't really have to dodge with it. And yeah, it's really, really cool. So yeah, this will give us a good opportunity. Just use these three skills off cooldown. They're all really, really good. And I mean, we killed that guy really quick. He is like a really, you know, easy mob though. And you can see that little fucking attack there is really cool. The core reactor shot. Now, what I really, really enjoy about the Mechanist in comparison to the Untamed is that it's a lot more simple to play, right? So all these are on pretty high cooldowns. They're not like the Iboga where they reset every like fucking 4 or 6 seconds, where you have to keep pressing them over and over again, and it's really annoying having to micromanage. You don't really have to micromanage your pet as much on the Mechanist as you do like on Untamed, for instance, which is very, very nice. This is a great gap closer here. It's a 600 range one, so your pet will basically just gap close and immediately go in for a pretty high damage skill on your target, which is super, super nice. Also, I want to say your third auto attack will give you barrier, which is fucking cool as shit. It doesn't really do much without, I think healing power counts for barrier. I'm gonna have to look that shit up. But yeah, pretty sure it doesn't really do much, but it is a nice like itty bitty survivability increase. I don't know why I said itty bitty like that, but anyway, you get what I mean. Oh wow, we got interrupted there. Wow, fucking asshole. So yeah, and then we'll test out the block here. Never mind, he didn't fucking attack. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, as you can see, things are kind of going wrong right now, but it's really, really simple to play. It's kind of spammy. You know, you just press buttons. You press your buttons and you're good. And this motherfucker's, goddamn, doing this little daze thing. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's pretty tanky for the most part. You could definitely run more tanky gear if you want, like Marauder's gear. But I kind of just prefer running all Berserkers. Also, you know, this is a really cool thing about the Mechanist is that it inherits a lot of your stats. So you can see here it's got really, really solid stats going on, which is really, really cool. And it still has a lot of toughness, too, to draw aggro. It has 44k health, which is more than a lot of the Ranger pets have. So, yeah, it's a really, really solid pet. And now that you have, you know, I don't even have it yet, but the Jadebot skill where you could actually revive yourself, that could be really good. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be as like consistent as you know, the Ranger skill where the pet revives you, but I'm not even sure what kind of cooldown that skill is even on. I'll have to look that up on the wiki. What cooldown this is on. I'm actually really interested in seeing. But anyway, yeah, so that's going to cover it. Peace.